Chapter 6A, we are in chapter 6 deduction. Correct? Which all sections we saw? ADC we saw. ADA also we saw. ADA we saw. What is A for? Don't say that. It is not a charging section. But you can claim deduction only if returns are filed in time. Was it like that? ACA. What is ADA then? That is AC, no? Is just the beginning section or there or not there? That we can claim. Okay. Cannot exceed the income. Then for some sections you have to file income tax return in due time, within due date to claim the deduction. Yes. Then we saw important ADC. What it had? Lots of deductions. Who can claim? Individual or HUL? On accrual basis? On payment basis. Yes or no? Payment can be in cash or check or either. Any restriction on payment? No. ATC you will check over there. There is no right now restriction on mode of payment. Then threshold limit. Rupees 1.5 lakh is the threshold limit of ATC. Yes? Okay. There were many deductions under ATC. Okay, that is one thing. Then we saw a little bit of ATD. What it was? Medical insurance premium. Yes? Okay. Under that, what is the overall limit? 25,000 or 50,000, depends. Correct? So there will be each and every deduction. You have to be careful whether assessee can claim the deduction or not and how much. So whether it is spent in the year, whether it is spent for himself or spouse or children or dependent, independent, parents, whatever it is. That all you have to consider. Whether medical has to be in cash or check. Cash is allowed? Very good. Cash is allowed only for preventive health checkup. The limit for which is rupees 5,000. Yes? That is sub-limit for preventive health checkup. Overall limit is 25,000 or 50,000. But that other amount has to be paid by other than cash. Yes? Remember? Okay. Come to question number 3. Mr. A, everyone there? Resident, age 61 years, has earned a lottery income of rupees 1,20,000 and 1,20,000 gross during the PY. He has also earned interest income on FD rupees 30,000. Yes? He invested an amount of rupees 10,000 in the PPF and rupees 24,000 in national savings account. What is the total income for the year? Do one thing. Okay, make his age 59 years. 9. Make his age 59 years. Okay. Now, what are we doing? Total income of Mr. A. Now, we are at the last stage, chapter 6, if you remember. We have done all the heads of income as such. Then we have done the setting up between the heads of income also, all of that. Now we are going in the last leg of chapter 6A. So, we have to reach it now, taxable income anyhow. Okay. So, right now, computation of net taxable income of Mr. A for PY 1920 AY 2021 particulars rupees particulars rupees. Incomes are given to you. How many incomes? 2 incomes. And how many head of income? Only one, which is yes, income from other sources. Correct? Under that first one you have FD income. Yes. Okay, lottery, it doesn't matter. Okay, lottery income, how much? 1,20,000. Point number 2, fixed deposit interest income. Yes. How much? 30,000. This is also your yes, gross total income. Correct. Less, what can we say? Chapter 6A deduction. Yes. Under that now you have to write everything specifically section wise. Okay, and as far as possible obviously sequence of the sections also. So what is the deduction right now which is eligible as such? 10,000 in PPF and 24,000 in NSC, both of which are part of section 80C. Under that, point number 1, public provident fund. How much it is? 10,000. And point number 2, NSC. Okay, NSC contribution. How much? 24,000. Deposit is 24,000. But what the question is? Deposit is 24,000. I have taken it in the outer column. Then you say now outside in the outer column. We cannot utilize it against lottery income. Lottery income does not allow chapter 6A deduction. Therefore, outer column will be 30,000. Net taxable income should be your only lottery income. 1,20,000, no? Yes, everyone got it? So write it down as notes. Chapter 6A deductions are not allowed from casual income. Therefore, restricted to rupees 30,000. Restricted to rupees 30,000. Fine. So you should show all the figures in the outer column. Take what is eligible. If we write here 20,000, it is incorrect because actually paid is 24,000. Take subtotal, whatever is the subtotal. In the eligible deduction in the last column, you take what is allowed. Okay. Now it may also happen now. There are 5-6 amounts of ATC. All the figures may go above 1,50,000. So will you say rest of the figures are not eligible? Only principal amount of housing loan 1 lakh, LS premium 50,000, and again these are there 50,000, 50,000. Will you not show them whatever is above 1,50,000? You have to show them. In the final outer column, you will take 1,50,000, whatever is eligible. Alright? Okay. So inner column show everything. Done? Question 2. Compute the eligible deduction under section 80C for the current year in respect of life insurance premium paid by Mr. Ganesh during the year, the details of which are as under. Date of issue of policy is given to us, different dates. Person insured, self, spouse and handicapped son which is disabled under 80U. Then actual sum assured and insurance premium paid during the year. Obviously year is what? 1920. Yes, 1920. What is to be computed? Deduction under section 80C. Write down. Computation of deduction under section 80C for Mr. Ganesh for PY 1920 AY 2021. Particulars and just rupees. Fine. We are not calculating NTI, no here. Net taxable income we are not finding. We are just finding for a particular transactions only. Which transaction it is? Under ATC, under what it will come? Life insurance policy premium, correct? What are the rules?
For 1411, it will be premium of 20%, whichever is lower.
Lower. And when there is a cap limit of 20%. After 1 for 2000?
It is 10%.
11 or 12?
10%
12, no, 12. It will become 10%, correct? And for 1 for 13 something, 15% for handicap. Correct, handicap or disabled. Okay. First one. Life insurance policy for self. Next line. Policy issue date is given to us 1/4/11, correct? That each. Very good. Prior to what cutoff date? 1/4/2012. Yes. Therefore, deduction equals to lower of actual premium paid or 20% of sum assured. Are you following what is happening over here? There is a ceiling limit of 20%. So actually how much premium he has paid? 40,000. Very good. Or lower of us 20% of sum assured is 3 lakhs. Okay, very good. Then which is lower of 40,000 or 60,000. Which one? Exactly. उसकी बहन है ना 40,000. हाँ right. पागल और you can write down in the outer column 40,000 also. That is now eligible, right? Done. Next one. Life insurance policy premium paid for spouse, correct? Policy issue date. Watch. 1/5/2014. That is after 1/4/2012. Correct? Is it handicap case? No. Therefore, deduction equals to lower of actual premium paid, yes, or 10% of sum assured, right? So which is lower of how much actually paid? 20,000, and 10% of 1,50,000 is 15,000, yes. So lower of 20,000 or 15,000, which is, Aditi will say 20,000. बराबर, प्यार में पागल हो गया. 15,000, correct. Third one, everyone got it? What about exactly if the policy is issued exactly on 1/4/2012? So it is on or after 1/4/2012 for 10% criteria. Okay. You can write down here for the sake of clarification. On or after. Okay. Fine. It is only for revision. Third one. For handicapped son. Yes, no. What is the condition for that? Handicap, disabled under section or disabled as per section 80U. Fine. Policy issue date. Tell me. 1/6/2015. That is again on or after. Very good. 1/4/2013. So simple. Can I say for handicapped son, if this was 2011, 20%. Between 12 and 13, 2012 and 2013,
10%.
10%. Very good. For them, there is a special case. Okay. Therefore, deduction equals to lower of actual premium paid or 15% of sum assured. Very good. Which is lower of actually paid is what, 80,000 or 15% into 4 lakhs is 60,000. Yes or no? Fine. So 14, 15, 55, 55 and 60 is how much? 1,15,000. Therefore, deduction under section 80C, 1,15,000. Yes, simple. हुआ? Everyone? Write down. Before 1/4/2012, what is the limit? 20% of sum assured. And your 10% of sum assured, right? एक look ही काफी। मैंने कब नहीं बोला? अच्छा ही है। लिख रहे हैं, उत्कर्ष लिख रहे हैं। हुआ? नहीं लिखे वो भी नहीं। हाँ एक बार मेरिट वगैरह आ गया तो ठीक। एआई टॉप 5 वगैरह। हाँ क्या क्या क्या? Check, can spouse be handicapped?
नहीं
हो सकती है क्यों नहीं?
Question is over. You are just writing summary. If you remember, if you understand, you are writing summary of the point. Anybody can be handicapped, himself or spouse or child. In that case, we have 15% also, no? After 2013. Write down. Teja, writing or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, before 1/4/2012, 20% of premium. Okay, between 12 and 13.
10% of sum assured.
And on or after 1/4/13 of sum assured. Correct? ये वाकड्या सरळ बस. अभी तो चालू किया है. Done? Everyone? Take one question. Mr. A invested rupees 1.5 lakhs in 5-year bank FD on 1/4/2019. Full stop. Bank paid interest at the rate of 6.5% per annum. Full stop. He withdrew entire balance on 31/3/2021. Full stop. Explain tax implications. Assuming other incomes for PY 1920 is rupees 4.5 lakhs and for PY 2020-21 is rupees 6.5 lakhs. Okay, so what has happened in the current year? 1/4/19, in the beginning of the year he did what? Investment of 5-year bank FD. So what will happen because of that? He will get deduction of rupees 1.5 lakhs under section 80C for PY 1920. Okay, good. How much is the other incomes of 1920? Other incomes other than the interest income is 4.5 lakhs. Okay, fine. And then what happened? So what is happening over here is there is a loophole which people try to take. It is a 5-year bank FD. It is something similar to your exemptions of capital gains chapter. Do you remember? Exemptions of capital gains chapter. There were certain conditions for claiming exemptions, correct? And in future, those conditions are violated, then the exemption becomes taxable in the year of non-compliance or non-following of that conditions. For example, we had that you do invest in CGAS. Remember CGAS, capital gain account scheme, because you may purchase or construct in future. But in the current year, you filed a return and you claim exemption. Now that money is lying idle in CGS for 3, 4, 5 years, what will happen? The deduction or exemption claim earlier will now be reversed. Will be reversed means now it will be taxable. So exactly similar, same thing. Bank FD, you can either go and break it or withdraw the FD. So here just to claim section 80C deduction, people started or they took the FDR, fixed deposit receipt of 5 years, and on the basis of it then they are claiming 80C deduction and going immediately next day or sometime later in future breaking that 5-year bank FD. Is that correct or wrong? That is obviously wrong. So 80C deduction which was claimed earlier now will be reversed, and that means it will be now taxed in the year of breaking of the FD, which is within 5 years time. Understood or no? Write down. Computation of taxable income of Mr. A for PY 1920 AY 2021 particulars rupees. For the current year, he will earn interest on FD. FD is of how much amount? Okay, 1.5 lakhs into 6.5 or 6%? 6.5%. No? How much it is? 9750. And point number 2, other incomes he has something. How much? 4 lakh? Okay. What will we arrive at? Gross total income. Yes, everyone? Four lakh 59,750. Fine. Less. What will we say? Chapter 6A deduction. Under that, first section 80C. Under that, 5-year bank FD. One lakh 50,000. What if we had done 2 lakhs FD? 80C limit is 1,50,000. What do we arrive at? Net taxable income. Yes or no? How much it is? 3,09,750. Simple. So note, FD on the basis of which section 80C deduction, FD on the basis of which section 80C deduction is claimed should not be withdrawn within how many years? Correct. Should not be withdrawn within 5 years. Correct? Full stop. Since it is withdrawn in which year? PY 2021, no? That is within 5 years. Deduction claim in PY, yes, 1920 will be reversed. That is taxable in PY 2021. That is year of non-compliance. That is year of non-compliance. Yes. So next line, computation of taxable income of Mr. Ye for PY 2021 AY 21-22 particulars rupees. Again add. He has withdrawn on 31st March, is it correct? Everyone? Check. So for that here give simple interest at least. We don't have to do interest or interest calculation. This is not time value of money. So just right now give simple interest. Interest on bank FD. Again, how much was the amount? Rupees 1.5 lakhs into 6.5% was what? 9750. Okay. Second, other incomes he has. Other incomes are okay. And third, FD amount taxed as income. How much? 1,50,000. So this is your GTI as well as right now NTI. No other details are given of that here. So it is how much? 8,09,750. Done? I guess. Actually, question 6. Everyone? The GTI of Mr. X for the year is rupees 5 lakhs. He has made the following investment or payments during the year: contribution to EPF, payment of tuition fees to APJ School, New Delhi, for education of his son studying in class 11, repayment of housing loan taken from Standard Chartered Bank, contribution to approved pension of LIC. Pension, underline the word pension. Lots of tension. Come to section 80 triple C. $12.7. We'll do all of that. Yes. ATC, is it clear? ATC had list of 15 to 20 deductions. Is it okay? Here only some examples are given. The limit of ATC is 1,50,000. Triple C. Contribution to certain means fixed, identified, known. Pension funds, non-government means what? The funds are not regulated by or not owned by government. When you go to NPS, National Pension Scheme, the pension scheme is regulated, owned by government. Okay? So which one it actually mentions? 80 triple C. Life insurance? Check. 80 triple C. Deduction in respect of pension fund. Whereas SSC, again obviously underline the word individual. HUF does not have pensions. Individual has. HUF does not have pension. Individual has. So whereas assessee individual has paid amount out of his income chargeable to tax to effect or keep in force a contract of any annuity plan of LIC of India or any other insurer for receiving pension from the fund. Now there are so many self-employed people. What is pension? After retirement you get some fixed amount of money, and this pension amount or pension concept is famous among private employees or government employees? Government employees. So it was something like you used to get pension after retirement, then actually good amount of money. But there are also others who are not government employees. There are also others who are not employees, like self-employed. Yes or no? So for them also, they can for themselves create a pension fund. So they don't have to go to only government. No? They can start a pension fund with a regular provider also, non-government. Are you following? So any contribution where to such fund and on retirement or after a particular age, they will start getting pension from that fund. Pension is taxable or not?
No, it is exempt.
Salaries, pension fully taxable, commuted, uncommuted. The one you get on regular basis is taxable. The one you got on lump sum is not taxable. Something is there. Okay, so that you should remember. Okay, Leo? Right? Commuted means lump sum, no? And uncommuted means regular, right? Okay, pay attention. Interest or bonus accrued or credited to the assessee's account. Which account? The pension account. Shall not be understood or will not be recognized as contribution. What? Interest on the fund or any bonus which he is getting in the fund itself. That is not income. Maximum deduction. Pay attention. How much? 1,50,000. Okay. Is this ATC? 80CCC. This is separate section of. So pay attention. 80C had what limit? 1.5 lakh. 80CCC has what limit? Also 1,50,000 on its own. Clear? Okay. Where any amount standing to the credit of the assessee. You understand the meaning of this? Wherever there is balance in the fund. Which fund? His account in the fund. So there is a balance. Together with the interest or bonus accrued or credit to the assessee's account, if any, is received by assessee or his nominee, okay, on account of surrender, that means he is now giving up the plan, whether in whole or in part, in any PY, or as pension, he is starting to receive from that particular plan, shall obviously be deemed to be the income of the assessee or even his nominee in that PY in which such withdrawal is made or pension is received. So whatever pension you receive regularly now becomes taxable. Okay, but here we are importantly concerned with contribution and we are getting deduction of the same. Okay, contribution where? Pension fund of non-government. Okay. Next one, 80CCD. This we have little bit covered in chapter of salaries. Pay attention to deduction in respect of contribution to NPS, whose name is also Atal Pension Yojana. Again, both of them are obviously pension only as such, correct? Fine. 80CCC was non-government, 80CCD is with government. The deduction is allowed to an individual who has paid any amount in this account under pension scheme notified pension scheme. The notified pension scheme is Atal Pension Yojana. Okay, check now, very important. Individual employed by the CG or any other employer, and over here you have other person. What is possible difference between both the columns? Heading.
Government.
Or any other employer, left hand side.
Private.
Or any other employer, private. Individual is there everywhere. Not an employee. Self-employed. आप बोलो कि 2-3 लोगों ने नहीं बोला यार, मैंने बोला था कल. God ने बोला. Right on there. Self-employed. So very interesting or good feature of NPS that even non-employees can contribute in NPS because government wants money. So they will take money from anyone. Employees as well as non-employees. Done? Common sense in mind, we are taking deduction, correct? So who will contribute? Assess. That is actually at least a better answer, correct? Assess. The one who will spend will get a deduction. If employer spends, will you get deduction? No. If employer in fact spends, it can become your income also. Yes or no? Correct? Remember that statutory provident fund, SPF, statutory provident fund, employer contributes, employee also contributes. When employee contributes, is it his income? That is, in fact, we can claim the deduction. Did we claim employer's contribution as deduction? Can we claim his own contribution? We can claim as deduction. Understood? Check. So there are certain limits. Pay attention. Deduction shall be subject to 10% of his salary. So there is a ceiling limit or not? And if it is a self-employed person, there is no salary. So we'll compare his GTI. Of that ceiling limit is 20%. That means you may contribute whatever amount you want. 30%, 40%, 15%, 100%, but you can get up to these figures. So wait till the picture is over. Okay. What jump करते हो? आगे. Pay attention. Very important now. The aggregate deductions of ATC, which we saw earlier, ATCCC, which we have seen just now before this section, and CCD also, CCD, which we are seeing right now. There is an overall limit of 1,50,000. Yes, this is given under Section 80CCE. Pay attention. ATC limit. Very good. What is all covered in ATC? 15-20 deductions are there. ATC. ATCCC. Pension fund, non-government. Its own limit is very smart. ATCCD, its own limit is there is no monetary limit. There is no monetary limit, means there is no fixed figure. It depends on percentage. Yes. Okay. So I'll just write on here as a percentage. Correct? Okay. And there is yes. Very good. It says that ATC plus ATCCC plus ATCCD is less than equal to 1.5 lakhs. Are you following or no? This is said by ATCCE. So these three sections, separate sections are given to you. And then there is again an overall limit. So there is an internal limit as well as overall limit. We will write down everything in detail. Do not worry. Just pay attention. Okay. ATCCC, did you understand?
Yes.
Not triple C, double CE. Got it, everyone? Okay. Pay attention. additional deduction which is not covered in 80 CCE. Okay, the word itself additional means over and above 80 CCE. Clear or not? Okay, that also maximum you can get 50,000 is allowed in addition to overall limit of 1.5 lakhs under section 80 CCE. This 50,000 you are getting under section 80 CCD 1B. Nothing clear as of here, correct? Pay attention. 80C is okay with you. 80CCC is also okay with you. Leave them apart. Okay. Focus only on 80CCD. Okay. Now 80CCD, there will be multiple of deductions which we can claim. Whatever is going in your NPS account, employer can contribute or employee can contribute. Correct or wrong? Now, whenever there is a contribution, whatever employee is contributing, there is a limit to that deduction we can claim. If you remember little bit of salaries chapter, employer's contribution first get what? Added in the income, something was there, and then it is reduced or not. Something was there or not. So all these things are again coming back. Okay. But if an employee puts some higher amount in NPS, employee himself, some extra deduction he gets. That extra deduction is given by subsection 1B, 80CCD 1B. Okay. Okay, let us do other things also. Where it is? Then it is mentioned in our chapter of salaries. NPS again. This was covered a little bit in the chapter of salaries. NPS applicable to employees in government services or even any other employer, or even if there is no employer. But right now that chapter was for salaries. Yes. Contribution is made by towards NPS by the employee. Matching, pay attention. A matching contribution is also done by employer. Pay attention. Employee's contribution is allowed as deduction under section 1. Just now which subsection we had checked? 1B. Correct or wrong? So 1 and 1B are different things first of all. Yes? To the extent of 10% of salary. Overall limit is there of 1.5 lakhs of 80C, 80CCC and 80CCD. Okay? And additional deduction will be allowed to the extent of 50,000 under section 80CCD 1B. So 1 allows how much? As a percentage. 10% of salary. And as a monetary limit, 1,50,000. Subsection 1 I am saying. 1B allows how much? As a percentage? Nothing. As monetary limit, 50,000 extra. This 50,000 extra is not included in the limit of 1,50,000. Understood here a little bit? We are talking of employee's own contribution. Pay attention. Employer's contribution first is added in the income. It will be allowed as deduction under section 80CCD 2 to the extent of 10% of salaries. I think here we didn't have monetary limit. Correct? No, check. There is no monetary limit for calculated deduction of employer's contribution. It means this can be 2 lakhs. 10% of salary can be 2 lakhs or not. Can be 5 lakhs. Can be 10 lakhs also. There is no monetary limit. What is the limit about? Only percentage. That means if employer contributes 12%, only 2% will be disallowed. Or you can say 10% will be allowed as deduction. Even if the 10% is above 1,50,000. So right now that is not our concern. Yes or no? Mainly we are concerned with employees' contribution. I'll repeat again. Employees' contribution is allowed as deduction under 80CCD 1 and 1B. 80CCD 1 percentage limit 10% of salary. Monetary limit 1,50,000. Clear? If his actual contribution is more than 1,50,000, you can take additional deduction under section 80CCD 1B up to rupees 50,000. Fine till here. Okay. In case of your other person, will anybody else will also make contribution on his behalf? Is there an employer? No. So there is only one contribution. No. Okay. Okay, pay attention. Employer's contribution. Where employer makes any contribution, is it clear? It is first added as income and then allowed as deduction of 10%. Assessee shall be allowed a deduction of the whole amount or 10% or 14% in case of central government employees, okay, of his salary, whichever is less, that means 10% or 14% of the limits, ceiling limits. Finally, contribution made by employer to NPS under section 80 CCD shall be excluded from the limit of 1,50,000 means what? We are claiming deduction or not? Pay attention. We are in which concept? Employer's contribution. It is first added as income, that is not a problem. First added as income. Then under chapter 6A we are claiming deduction. Which section? Very good. 80 CCD 2. This 80 CCD 2 has no monetary limits whatsoever. This 80 CCD 2 has no monetary limits whatsoever. So pay attention if you understand a little bit over here. What should I write in bracket? Which section I should? Very good. Only one. What is, pay attention, what each? This is what, less than equal to 1.5 lakh. Is it okay, everyone? Okay, if I have to say 80 CCD 1B, what is this? Extra deduction to employee for his own contribution over and above 1.5 lakhs. Good. There is one more section. Employer's contribution deduction without monetary limit, again over and above 1.5 lakhs. So 1.5 lakhs limit overall applies to 80C plus 80CCC plus 80CCD subsection 1. What is subsection 1? Employee's contribution to NPS, correct? Subject to 10% of salary. Clear or not? That 10% also has one more criteria of 14% also for which employee, especially government employees. Yes. Okay. Is it clear what is happening? Yes. So employer's contribution deduction, employer's contribution deduction. Correct. Over here you can write down if you want 14% for CG employees. Okay. Got it? That means, is it beneficial? Something advantage is given or disadvantage? Advantage, no? Deduction limit has increased little bit, no? That means they have encouraged contribution to NPS or CG employees at least. Correct? Okay. Can this person claim 80 CCD 2? It doesn't have an employer. Okay. Fine. Pay attention. So again, coming back to now section 80 CCE. 80 CCE doesn't give deduction on its own. 80 CCE is just an ceiling limit. 80 CCE is just an ceiling limit of what all comes under 80 CCE? 80 C, 80 triple C, 80 CCD 1. Correct. Check. They all three shall not exceed 1,50,000. They say 80 CCD only because it is to be understood that 1B has separate limit of 50,000. That is not covered in 1,50,000. And 80 CCD 2 is employer's deduction. Even that is not covered under 1,50,000. This you have to understand. That 80 CCD for 1.5 lakhs limit means 80 CCD 1. Clear? Okay, check. 80 C 1,50,000, okay. 80 triple C pension fund non-government 1,50,000, okay. Okay. 80 CCD 1 contribution to NPS of government. Who has contributed? Contribution by Bacho. employee. Yes. What is the ceiling limit? 10% of salary. And if he is 20% of 20% of GTI if non-employee, correct? And over here also you have 14% for which kind of employee? For CG employee. Is it okay here? 10% or 10% of salary and 14% for CG employee, or also what? 20% for non-employee. Correct, no? Non-employee. 20% of GTI. Find till here. 1B is over, you can say extra limit 1B. Yes. Contribution to NPS above limit of 80 CCE, that is extra benefit. Contribution by again who? Employee only, okay. Contribution by employee, yes or no? See, employee is free to choose how much contribution he wants to make to NPS. And employer usually makes matching contribution, but even they have their own policies, no? It is a direct expenditure for the employer. Yes or no? So employee himself may choose, I want to invest lots in NPS also, but there is a ceiling limit. So how much is generally allowed? 1,50,000. But if he has invested more, then again extra 50,000 is also allowed. Okay, 50,000 okay, Deja? And 80 CCD2, check now. Employer's contribution to NPS above the limit of 80 CCE, that means it does not come under 80 CCE limit. Check how much? 10% of salary and 14% of salary for what? Central government employee. Correct? No. Contributor is who? Employer is who? CG. With effect from which AY? That is in future. Correct? PY 1920. Look at the face. PY 1920, that is AY 2021. Effective amendment applicable in 2020 examinations. Okay. So you may know all the rules, but if in the question it is given, the employee is CG employee, you have to replace 10% with 14%. Applicable in future. Nice. Got it, everyone? That is the reason. Pay attention. Shh. This you have to understand. 80 CCD means 80 CCD 1. My God, so much of story for this. Everyone got it? I hope so. अभी किसी ने पूछा तो देख. Let us go to the question. Question 6. Where were we? Only one thing different was what? LIC contribution, no? Approved pension fund. Underline in the question, approved pension fund. Okay? Master's wife does, no? Okay. Like that. That's all. Okay, what are we doing? Computation of eligible deduction. Write down. Computation of eligible deduction for Mr. X for BY 1920 AY 2021 particulars rupees. Fine, everyone. Are we calculating income? No, only deductions. Fine. So now, how many sections have we seen till now for deduction? AC, ADC, triple C, ADCCT, and ADCCE is just the limit. Okay. So first one, section 80C. Yes. Under 80C, identify. Write down. Booth. Inner column how much? 1,10,000. Then next one.
Tuition fees.
Allowed. Tuition fees for son. How much? 45,000. Now you are not writing 40,000. Here you are not writing 40,000 now. Limit of 1,50,000. No, no. You have to show all the deductions. Then later on claim the limit. What else? Repayment of loan. What you have to understand over here? Good. Principal amount. Even though they have not specified it, you have to understand that. When you repay a loan, if it is not clearly given, that means you are repaying the principal. How much? 25,000. Fine. Total of ATC 1,80,000. Do not yet take in the outer column. Second. It's okay. Okay. Contribution to approved pension fund. Of LIC. How much? 1,05,000. Correct? Restricted to how much? Under section or as per section 80CC outer column 1,50,000. Yes. Yes or no? No. What is the total amount? 2,85,000 over here. Fine. What is 1,35,000? You reduced. क्या किया इसमें? Difference. Something is something. Done? हुआ क्या सबका? Solved? Doubt? Okay? Okay. 1,35,000. Done. In your notebook. Employees or other person, that is non-employees also. What is the general limit or first limit for other persons? Other persons, non-employees. 20% of? Very good. 20% of GTI. Okay. Utkar, GTI is what? Huh? Ah, good. Reduction up to 10% or 14% of salary. General limit is how much? Correct. Rupees 1.5 lakhs. Can he also claim extra deduction plus special limit of?
50,000.
Very good. 1.5 lakhs comes under 80 CCD 1 and 50,000 comes under 80 CCD 1B. Correct? General limit, correct, rupees 1.5 lakhs or 50,000 not applicable. Fine. And 20% of GTI. General limit of how much? Rupees 1.5 lakh plus special limit of rupees 50,000. Details of Mr. A for PY 1920 as follows. contribution rupees 1.2 lakhs. Life insurance premium rupees 15,000. Policy taken of rupees 1.2 lakhs on 1/5/2012 for 5-year bank FD rupees 30,000. Self contribution to NPS rupees 1,80,000, which is 15% of salary. Employer made matching contribution. Compute deductions. Compute deduction under chapter 6A. Fine. Let's begin. Computation of deduction. नहीं, investment. Fire bank, FD, contribution or whatever you want to make, whatever you want to write. Okay. Competitive deduction under chapter 6A. For Mr. A for P1 1920, A for 2021, particulars rupees. First one, which section? ADC. Under that, what do you have? PPF contribution. How much? 1,20,000. What else you have? LIC, life insurance premium, no? Okay. Lower of what? Actual premium is how much? 15,000 or 10% of sum assured. Sum assured is 1,20,000. That is lower of 15,000 or 12,000. Correct. I can understand. Then 5-year bank FD. How much contribution? 30,000. Total 162. Correct, no? So I thought 120 and 30 is 150 and I added 12. Okay. But yes, correct calculations. Second section. ADCCT. employer's deduction. Okay, employer's contribution deduction. Will it make a difference in our calculation? No, because it is without any limit. It is as it is added in the income, and you can reduce as per limits, but it will not affect our as such any other deductions. Okay, nothing else is given to us. So first one. Employees' contribution to NPS. Up to how much percentage? 10% of salary. How much is salary given to us? Computed 1,80,000. That is sorry. Okay. That is 1,80,000 is 15%. We can do this way also. Into 10%. How much is this?
1,20,000.
Okay, 1,20,000. Yes, okay, Delium. So this overall over here, outer column can we take figure now? Under section 80 CCE. This total right now is how much? 80 C and CCD. 2,82,000. Correct or wrong? Pay attention. So this will go outer how much? 1,50,000. Be very careful now. Section. Very good. This if you understand then it is easy. Is it by default 50,000? By default 50,000? No. Answer change. Will exemption be more than income? Will deduction be more than investment? Contribution total is how much? Total contribution is how much is employee contributed? Total 1,80,000. Of that, in 80 CCD 1 itself you claimed how much? 1,20,000. How much balance? 16,000. That we have forgot to adjust one more section. 80 CCD 1B. Over there we can claim now 50,000. Pay attention. If this figure was less, let us say 1,50,000. Okay? जो भी है अपन ने फिर then we took here 1,20,000. Okay? Just for the sake of example I'm saying. Okay? Total contribution for the sake of example is 1,50,000, and in 80 CCD 1 you claim 1,20,000. How much balance you have? 30,000 now. Are you following or not following? I am changing the example little bit. Instead of 1,80,000 for the time being, let us take over here total contribution is 1,50,000. Okay, Delia? Okay. From there, assume in 80 CCD 1 you have taken 1,20,000 deduction. Yes. That now that limit is over of that 80 C and 80 CCE and all of that. How much balance is still with you? 30,000. You have one more extra section to take deduction from. 80 CCD 1B. You will claim 30,000 or 50,000? 30,000. Whatever is available with us. No. Correct. Pay attention. I'll again repeat. Pay attention. Actual contribution by employee. Give me figure. Actual contribution by employee. 1,80,000. Allowed. I should write here. Or we can write here. 80 CCD 1. Is it okay? How much is allowed as deduction? There are two limits. One is percentage, then next one is monetary limit. First one, percentage came to how much? 1,20,000. How much you have actually contributed? 1,80,000. How much is balance to be yet taken benefit of? 60,000. Are we running away from the option, or do we have still option to claim deduction? We still have option to claim deduction, extra deduction under section 80 CCD 1B up to rupees 50,000. 50,000. 80 CCD 1B limit is 50,000. Can we claim 60,000 or 50,000?
50,000.
It is up to 50,000. If the balance, again I'm repeating, if the balance itself from or after 80 CCD 1 is less than 50,000, how much we claim? Less than 50,000, whatever is available. Okay, so write down, I'll write down here. Out of rupees 1.8 lakhs contributed to NPS, deduction of rupees 1.2 lakhs, okay, claimed under section 80 CCD 1. Yes or no? Tell me whether 80 CCE is applicable on 80 CCD 1. That's what you have written over here. No. That's why we are taking outer column 1,50,000. No. Yes. Okay. So out of 1.8 lakhs contributed to NPS, deduction of rupees 1.2 lakhs is claimed under section 80 CCD 1. Therefore, balance remaining how much? Yes, rupees 60,000 can be claimed under section, correct, 80 CCD 1B, but up to, yes, up to rupees 50,000. No, correct. So outer column 50,000. Okay, now for 80 CCD 1B, 80 CCE we have already taken. 80 CCE, sorry, 80 CCE we have taken 1,50,000, and 80 CCD 1B 50,000. What I was trying to tell you is, if this figure was less than 50,000, let us assume 30,000, then how much will claim? 30,000. Are you following or no? So keep one thing in mind. First, always check 80 CCD 1. Then the balance, bring it down to 80 CCD 1B. Understood? Okay. Therefore, total deduction. How much? 2 lakhs, no total. Right? Notes also. Employers' contribution is allowed as deduction. How much? 10% again? Yes or no? 10% of salary. Without what? Yes, any monetary limit. Okay. Can you give me the figure? 1,20,000. So which was 15% of that, 10% is rupees 1,20,000. Okay. Deduction under section which one? Good. 1 and 1B is for employee, 2 is for employer. Is it okay?